Means we're live. Some casual takes with their boy Steven Pepper, here to give a couple takes off my chest. Now, as soon as you turn on your phone, pop on this video, you notice something if you're watching the video version. I'm in fancy clothes. I look like a sales rep, and I'm back in the hotel setup. I'm back in Cincinnati for my internship. I haven't changed clothes yet. I've been in this all day. I wear this to my internship every day, so I'm just going to keep this on a little professional podcast. And I stay in a hotel when I'm down here, so I'm bringing back the hotel background. And I saw some people comment on my podcast and some of the clips that they prefer this background. My mom said she likes this background. I don't know. I mean, this is a nice, chill background. For me, I like my background at home. Are people saying my home background isn't that good? Because if you say you like this background, then that must mean you're not the biggest fan of my home background. But let me know with all the LED lights and stuff. But let's get into today's topics. We as NBA fans need to stop entertaining the idea of a comeback when a team wins game 4 after falling down 3-0. Like, good for the Mavs for winning game 4. Hell, win game 5 for all I care. But the series ended when they went down 3-0. I don't think we truly understand how impossible this kind of comeback is. Teams are 0-156 when trailing 3-0 in NBA playoff history. And just 3 of those 156 teams could even force a game 7. Like, I got a better chance of going out there and marrying Rihanna than the Dallas Mavericks winning this series. And it's not as simple as winning 4 in a row. Teams do that in the playoffs all the time. It's historically impossible when you have to do it in reverse, where you lose 3 straight games to a team in a series and then have to turn around and win 4 straight against that same team. It's even especially difficult when you're the lesser team and you don't have home court advantage. And that's the exact situation where the Mavericks find themselves in. And I know there's always a first for everything, but I lost a lot of faith last year in a potential comeback like this in the Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics Heat, where the Celtics were in the most ideal situation ever to complete this comeback, and they couldn't pull it off in Game 7, where the better team is down 3-0 with Game 7 at home. And for the Mavericks in this finals, they were clearly the worse team than the Celtics, especially if Kristaps comes back. And Game 7 is going to be in TD Garden. So I give the Mavericks no chance of coming back in this series. And you can argue that, the Mavs kind of figured out how to attack the Celtics on both ends of the floor, something that they clearly didn't know what they were doing in the first 3 games. But it's just too late, man. As someone who knows this series in and out, as a Cavs fan, this was just 2017 Cavs-Warriors Game 4 all over again, where a team is facing 3-0, a sweep. They're at their home floor. They just come out desperate and fire on all cylinders. And that's exactly what, to me, the Mavs did in Game 4. Down 3-0, facing a sweep on their own floor. Don't want to get swept there. Last chance, backs against the wall. They come out firing on all cylinders. And then they have a really good chance of losing in Game 5, which the Cavs did, by the way. Again, because you're asking a team to win 4 games in a row after falling 3 straight to that same exact team within a week. And 0 of 156. That's a lot of teams throughout NBA history. That goes back a decade since teams played 7 games. And only 3 of those teams could force a Game 7, meaning only 3 of those 156 teams could ever win 3 straight to get to the chance of winning 4 straight. I think once happened in the 50s. The other was in the middle of the 2000s. Trailblazers tried to do that to Dirk Nowitzki's Mavs. And then I just said recently was the Heat Celtics. That's it. And if we were to broaden the pool to some other major American sports that have 7-game playoff series, it happened the 3-0 comebacks happened just 4 times in like the 100 years of the NHL, and 1 time in Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball has been going on before World War I. I bring this up because it feels like every time a team wins Game 4 after falling down 3-0, we like to just go over Twitter, go over our sports talk shows, and entertain the idea of a comeback. The Mavs win Game 4. Ooh, the Celtics are in trouble. Have the Mavs figured it out? Do the Mavs have all the momentum in the series? No. They've won 1 game. Now they got 3 more. The Lakers did it two rounds ago against the Nuggets where they win game 4. All of a sudden, it's, can the Lakers win the series? Don't let them get game 5 because game 6 is going to be at their home floor, and they're going to win on their home floor. So game 7 is just a coin flip. 2017 Cavs, like I just said, the Cavs won game 4, blew them out. Oh, everyone was talking about, can the Cavs do it again and make history? They lost in game 5. And that's what exactly I think what's going to happen to the Dallas Mavericks. Because the Mavs have to go into Boston 2 of the 3 next games. They've won 1 game. Now they got to win 3 more. And 2 of them are going to be in Boston, where they haven't won all season, in the regular and postseason. They play their worst in Boston. Boston has been better than them, especially if Kristaps comes back. And Kyrie, their second best player, who has to be absolutely A+ to win this series, it's been horrible in Boston. It's like he has demons over there. He's 0-12 since stepping up on the center logo. So, no, I give the Mavs no chance. I just think it's so overdone and that we just overplay this thing of we overplay and over-entertain the idea that a team can come back. I know we want to see it. I'm rooting for Dallas. I would love to see the storylines. It would be so great to come on here and talk about the Game 7 where they win first 3-0. I want to see it in my lifetime. But history says it's impossible. And I just don't think that the Mavs are in the ideal situation to do the impossible. Okay, let's switch to this. When it comes to Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese, can we just chill on the political think pieces for 1 second and just talk some hoops? Like, really, guys, a foul once again is dominating the headlines rather than whatever happened in the rest of the game? But as far as hoops go, it was really refreshing to see Clark drop a 23-point, damn near triple-double to secure her second win of the season against her rival. Clark is now the fastest player in NBA history. Clark is now the fastest player in WNBA history to record 200-plus points, 75-plus rebounds, and 75-plus assists in her career. That sounds like Rookie of the Year to me. But let the New York Times, ESPN, and other outlets tell you it's Angel Reese? Yeah, they're going to have to make some quick edits on those power rankings because 37.8% as a big ew. Like, there is a clear talent gap between the two players, and it favors Clark. And it's always been there. There was one in college when Clark clearly dominated her in the 2 March Madness games. There was one when 5 players were drafted between each other. And there was one yesterday. You know, Reese, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, double-double. Doesn't look all that bad for her stats yesterday. And then you see the 31% from the field as a big man. And this is no disrespect to Angel Reese. I actually like Angel Reese. I think she's really good for the sport. Her taking on the villain role alongside Clark is also propelling the women's game. I liked watching her in college as far as the narratives and her game. And, you know, she is the second best rookie. There's just a gap between her and Clark. But she got no touch around the rim, man. She's on her whole Moses Malone, limited offensive bag. She has a lot of these rebounds. Well, everyone's flexing her rebounds, but, man, half her damn rebounds are her own misses. So, I mean, you want to compare the rebound. She's a great rebounder, but those numbers are a little inflated. Shameless stat padding. As far as the foul goes, I feel like, I'm recording this late Sunday night. It's probably going to go out on Monday morning. There's going to be a lot more discourse. Sports Center is playing on the left of myself right now on the hotel TV, and they're replaying the fouls we speak. I can't wait to see what First Take looks like tomorrow morning. But it's going to be clear that the foul, at least what Twitter saw, the foul is going to be the main talking point of, you know, this game. And as far as the foul is concerned, it was a flagrant foul. I get it, but nothing dirty. No need for racial or societal think pieces. Angel was clearly going for the ball. I mean, we see this stuff in the NBA all the time, right? It was a flagrant, but God forbid Reese lays her hands on Clark, and now we got people writing societal think pieces on race and culture wars and stuff like that. Let's just talk basketball. And back to basketball, Clark has been the best rookie, and it's been by a mile. She has been, as far as her versus everyone else, especially Reese, she's been the better scorer and better playmaker. I thought yesterday was her best all-around game, totally under control. Clark has had the most 20-point, 5 assists, 5 rebounds games since rookie Tamika Catchings in 2002. She's visually getting more adjusted to the pace and the physicality of the WNBA. Fever of now, rallied off for the last 6 games of June. Her and Aaliyah Boston are getting this chemistry down together. Caitlin Clark, in about a month, they take that month off for Team USA. Caitlin Clark's going to start firing off more of these games. But, I mean, when it comes to her versus Angel Reese, it's always a sight to see. I bet these ratings on CBS this Sunday, a nice little Sunday afternoon Father's Day game, I bet they were pretty high. But all the discourse about the game have been about this foul and all these racial, social stuff. Let's just talk about the game itself. And the game itself says Caitlin Clark is the best rookie. She's the rookie of the year. But if you paid attention to all the WNBA power rankings, rookie of the year leaderboards on your New York Times and your USA Today's, Reese was the rookie of the year on most sites and most power rankings. But I don't know if we're watching the same games. I think they're going to change it. But Caitlin Clark outdueling Reese again in the WNBA, again in the draft, and again in college basketball. She's the rookie of the year. She is better than Angel Reese. But I appreciate everyone tuning in this episode of Some Casual Takes. For everything updated related to the show, Some Casual Takes is the handle. I'll be back tomorrow to talk about Game 5 of the NBA Finals, Mavs Celtics. And, the Mavs win. I got some explaining to do, I guess. But it's